Hello, everybody. Glad you're all able to join us. We're here to discuss the agent accounts for the 911 call handling system. We have currently left it up to the 911 centers and the PSAPs to go in and update their agent accounts, add, create, modify, delete them from the system. But we're changing that, and I'm going into a little detail on what we're doing with that. So why? Why are we changing that? We are changing this up because we wanted to create just a single point of entry for Vesta agents to add, change, or remove their employees. We're going to do that on the portal. I'll show you that here in just a little bit. The reason was because with more and more PSAPs coming on the system, this is going to eliminate any conflict on the DDS server, as only one person at a time can be in there updating the agents. And it's going to eliminate any error due to infrequent use. Our Tiger team is very familiar with the DDS server. They can go in there and quickly and easily make any changes or additions that need to happen. So we're going to do this by accessing the portal. If you're not familiar with the web portal, it's at portal.kansas911.org. For those of you that are familiar with it, this is where you go to do the expenditure reporting. If you're part of the GIS data maintenance, you'll go into the portal to do that here. You're going to enter your username and password. Down here at the bottom, notice it says don't have a login, register for an account here, or forgot your password. You can reset it here. So just a little bit more to go into detail on the portal login. Again, if you already have a username and password, put those in, click submit. If you don't, you want to register for an account. You're going to fill out the form and click register. You'll get an email back. They'll provide you a password once your account's been approved. It may take a day. It's usually pretty quick, though. So once you have gotten into the system, this is what you're going to see in the portal. You'll see DDS and enter DDS. And then this is what the form looks like. And we'll go into more detail in the next couple of slides about the DDS form. So your date's your first thing that you see there, and that's going to auto-populate. However, it can be changed if for some reason you need to backdate it or maybe set it ahead, whatever the case may be. The agent ID, we want this to be a PSAP code followed by up to 32 alphanumeric characters. So Allen County is the first one up here in the PSAP for the agency list. So their PSAP code is ALCO, and I'm going to email out a list to everybody so you have those PSAP codes. So we want you to use the ALCO and then followed by whatever you're going to have your agent ID. So, for example, for myself, Lori Alexander, I may do ALCO Alexander. And you can only have one username. You can't have the same username with different passwords, or it can't be logged into more than one. So if you have two consoles, you can't have two Alexanders logged in at the same time. They have to be unique IDs. So make sure you keep that in mind when you're creating these IDs. And then the next thing, obviously you're only going to be able to have the agency that you are responsible for in there. We can look at all of you, but you're just going to have the agency you're responsible for. Then you'll have the first name of the user and the last name of the user, and then the password. Okay, so the password, we're wanting to keep up with good password requirements. It's pretty much similar to what you're going to see with QCGIS. It needs to be a minimum of 8 characters. It should not be a dictionary word, a proper name, the same as the user ID, and you aren't supposed to share it. Please do not share. Another caution on this, or it can have any types of characters in it, but remember to follow those guidelines on your password. A couple of questions on the password, and I'll get into that in a minute. And then your next piece is the role or agency assignment. So you'll have a drop-down menu there with call taker and supervisor. So the things that you can do on this form are either to add a new user, and so you're obviously going to want to fill out everything on that when you add someone in. Changing, you don't need to necessarily fill out everything. So if they're changing their last name, you don't have to put the password in to fill that in, just as long as we have the ID and the name of the user so that we know what the new last name is. The reason to change a user might be they forgot their password, so you need to fill that in. A change of name or a change of authority. Maybe their agency assignments went from call taker to supervisor or supervisor to call taker or vice versa. So that's the reason you may want to change them. And then remove, obviously, is to delete a user account if it's no longer active and they're not with your agency anymore. On the next line will be notes or comments. It's free text, and it's any information that may be useful for the technicians to create the account, such as, Lori's last name has been changed. It's no longer Alexander. Please update it to whatever the case may be. You see just a small box there on the notes and comments that has been made larger when you look at the form. When you go online and look at it, they have edited that. However, you can keep typing. You could type a paragraph or two if you wanted to in there. So just whatever useful information you can think of that would help them with entering or making changes for you. And then once you click Save, that completes the form. It's very simple. It's done. And then notifications go out. It's going to email a notification out to the technicians. And once those technicians get in there, then, which is going to usually be pretty quickly within, pretty quick turnaround. If you need it really soon, make sure that you put that in your notes. And then once the technicians go in there and complete it, they're going to click a complete button, and that's going to send back notification to you saying that the account's completed and that your dispatcher can then log in. Pretty simple, pretty easy. If you have any questions, I know we're not doing this live at the moment, so feel free to email me. And here's my contact information. Email is the quickest and get back to you on, or you're free to try one of my phone numbers that's listed there. Again, email is the quickest usually, and it's lori.alexander@kansas911.org. Usually I always have my cell phone on me if you want to try that at 785-393-5124. Thanks for listening, everybody.